Hey guys, this is Eric Weingart with Weingart Racing. I know I said I was going to do a video today about the Profiler small block Chevy heads, but nah, I changed my mind. And I'll save those for a next video or a later video. Today's video is going to be over these Promaxx, and these are their CNC ported, as you can tell, 210 heads for a small block Ford. So finally the Ford guys get some attention on the page. Although you guys know I have a Ford Dyno Mule that we do some testing on, hopefully within the next year. So anyway, these came in. The guy just wanted me to valve job them and service them and then reflow them. So I flowed them in initially, and I'll show you the flow numbers for these. But the way they come, they have a 208 intake valve and a 1600 exhaust valve. But let me take it off the bench so I can show you the head and show you what I'm doing to it. Okay, here's the head. Now, as you can tell, it's full CNC ported. Now, I should point out, this CNC one is based off a different head. It's not based off the Project X head. So for instance, if you call Promaxx, you can get their Project X heads, which are really good. I'm a huge fan of those. Allegedly, maybe they might be a copy of an ASCAS copy of an AFR CNC Renegade head, allegedly, maybe. But this one is not based off that casting, and there's a couple of clues to give it away. For one, there's no vane. You can say, well, maybe they CNC'd it off. No, they didn't. This looks like it's more based off of an older casting, and I'm not entirely sure what it is. It kind of reminds me of what the Flowtex used to be, their ASCAS head, but I'm not 100% certain on that. So, but just to give you some specs and give you a better view, this is a 208 intake valve, and that's a 1600 exhaust valve. This chamber measures 58 cc's, at least that's what they claim. It has some CNC work. This is the problem I'm having when I did my, see these two lines here? These were the two tooling paths also come together, two different ridges right over the short side too. Not ideal. But anyway, this has a 208 intake valve, 1600 exhaust valve, but because he ordered it for a hydraulic roller cam, the valve doesn't have a back cut. Now it looks like it does, but all I did was just lap it in because I'm doing a valve job. So there's no back cut. So I'm going to put a back cut on it. The exhaust, of course, has no back cut, and it's just a nail head. It's not a tulip. So that's how it looks here. Let me show you some other views for it. There's your intake ports. Not bad, right? And here's your exhaust. So pretty common. They don't have the multiple bolt patterns. That's another giveaway that it's not a Project X one. Now here's my only other beef on the head, which I don't know how well this camera is going to capture it. Luckily, the customer's paying me to redo this. I'm going to try there you go. Look at the deck surface. See the ridges? It's like a record. You play a record across these. Good luck putting an MLS gasket on this one. Luckily, I'm resurfacing in the head, so let me show you what it looks like when they're done. Let me show you. But this, to me, is not acceptable. This is just trying to get it done. This will not seal a Cometic head or MLS head gasket. So when they're done, they look like this. Glass. That's how it should look. Now these ones I redid the valve job. That's why it's there. So I've redone the valve job. Nothing too crazy. I'm gonna back cut the valves and reflow it to see what it does. But this is what the deck surface should look like. Okay, and the last thing I want to show you is the flow sheets. All right, so I've done the valve job and I put a little back cut on the valve. So the valve job kind of looks like this when it's all said and done. For whatever reason, my washing compound on my stuff's leaving stains. Might time to have the guy come out and clean it. But anyway, you can see the valve job, how it's done. You got your 5-angle. You can see where I lapped it just to kind of show you. No blending needed. It was just a little ledge there, nothing bad. And that's the exhaust. Not much. But when you look at the intake valve here, let me grab my chair so I can get closer to show you. So there's really, and you could barely see it. Let me zoom in here. But there's very little back cut that's on it. So, and you might say, why didn't you put more on it? There's just not enough room. So because this part here is pretty flat, the angle's less, you don't have enough material to put the back cut on. The only way you could do that is if you took and you ground more of the margin away to make that margin thinner, but to make the 45 wider so you can put more of a 30 on it. So there's just not that much there. So how does it affect flow? Well, here we go. So remember, these are the 210 shocker heads, and here's what we got. So this right here, this column here is the stock numbers, and this column right here is just valve jobs in that back cut. And this is on a 430 bore on the signs bench. So if we look at 400, 226 versus a 231. So it did gain. That's pretty good gain right there. At 6, it's about the same. You can call it a wash. Now the guy wanted me to flow at 590, hence that one, which at 10 thousandths more lift didn't really gain anything. It did lose a little bit at 6, but here's the weird part. If you look on the intake flow, typically when you add a back cut, it actually hurts the peak flow. This, it actually gained almost 6. That's very unusual, very, very unusual. Now the exhaust part, there's no back cut on the exhaust valve. It's just exactly how it was. So it's just that little valve job you see down there. And this thing picked up pretty good for just doing the valve job work. That's it. Quite impressive, to be honest with you, to gain that much from just simply doing the valve job. No other work, not even blending on it. So good gain. Just thought I'd show you that. Another note on this was a weird situation. So I cut this head first, I'm fairly certain, and I set my heights all the same, and I go to put that head on it on the machine and go to cutting, and I'm going to set the same height, the same depth on the valve job, and it's not even cleaning up at all. It turns out this head had to be cut 13 thousandths deeper. So in other words, I had to actually cut the valve job, drop it down 13 thousandths from what the 0 point is on here to get it to do exactly what this position is. And the reason why is because, which is strange, this deck was thinner than that deck. So, because I did some measuring just to make sure. So in other words, you measure from here to here, you can see how thick our deck is, and did the same thing on that one. That one was 13 thousandths taller. So that's the reason why I had to drop the valve job down 13 thousandths to get it to look at the same as this in the chamber. So what way to correct it? Milled this one. I took 7 off this. I took 13 plus 7, so a total of 20 to get them to the same point. So now if you put them in the valve machine, from the deck, they're the same height. So their free drop's the same now, and the chamber volume should be the same. Weird thing though. All kinds of stuff you see varies. So, and it's not like from one head, from this head is all the same. That head was all different. So there's obviously bad cases where you can have this one be dramatically different from the one down there. But head to head, that's a little bit harder, and that one's pretty strange story for a pair. But anyway, guys, thanks for watching. I know it took a while to put out this, and I know it's a Ford head, so you guys are like, ugh. But some of you are like, finally, something else besides Chevy. But this is their shocker. An interesting side note to point out to this, I actually, for Promaxx, they sent me the Project X210 and had me port that, and they were gonna make that their new CNC head, or another CNC head that they have. Well, that took a long time to get done just because I wasn't entirely happy with the port. And even now, I'm like, that's as good as I think I can get it without doing some dramatic stuff. In other words, they don't want me changing, like putting a 50-degree valve job on, things like that, because they want to keep it, you know, kind of standard with 45 stuff. But it ended up coming at 225 cc runner, and it also flowed 325 CFM. On the Superflow, it went 330. But I say this because it's way outflows this deal, especially on the exhaust. So I don't know when it's going to be available or what's going on with that, but when it does, it will definitely trump this deal. So this is, if you're getting the CNC ones now, it's this. Hopefully when they do the new ones, they're better. They should be. Now, is it going to be like the best thing in the world? I wouldn't go that far, but it's pretty good. So anyway, guys, remember, I don't port cast iron heads. I am no Superman. You guys take care.